Well, today we've been looking through some key ideas that might help us make collective progress on the teaching strategies that are aligned with the evidence and are most likely to have the biggest impact for our students. And this is a collective endeavour. It's not a short-term endeavour either. It's got a long-term vision about collectively lifting the quality of our practice such that we can impact 16,000 students and systematically make shifts that last over time. It's always easy to delay practice improvement. I mean, if I don't do practice improvement today, but I do my programming and I respond to some emails and I get through my day of teaching, it's like, well, there's no real difference, is there? If I don't do practice improvement this week or this month, hey, we're pretty busy. Let's just push that off. It's okay. Well, very quickly you can kind of push off practice improvement this term and even this half a year. And actually, we've kind of got through another year of teaching and we've done a good job, but we actually haven't systematically improved in part of our work. So I want to close these comments out by saying this is an incredible gift as a system to say, together today, we prioritize practice improvement. Because without a regular rhythm and routine and colleagues to do it with, it's really easy to fall into a premature plateau of good enough. And that is, we know from the literature that often teachers get much, much better over the first 5 to 6 years or so in the classroom. And for anyone who's got more experience than that, you'd know how much better you got, right, on those first few years of working it out. But then we can find ourselves in what Alex Quigley calls a good enough plateau. There's no critique here. I get it. But there is that sense where our teaching is pretty good, and the parents are pretty happy, and the kids are mostly learning, and we can get into a regular routine of basically just getting more fluent, doing the things that we've done for a very long time. So collectively today, both the deeply experienced and those who are just new in the game of teaching across the system, it's going to say, we're going to work on one core area to break that potential plateau of development. That actually each and every term, we could at least get better at one thing aligned with the evidence. That would be manageable. It would be reasonable. We'd do it with others and we'd do it in time that's been allocated. No squeezing it in around the edges. And that would mean that in this term, if we made that improvement, and then in future terms, we collectively made additional improvements, imagine where we could be as a system in 2 or 3 years. Imagine where you could be as a team. Imagine where things could be in your own craft. Not because anything needs to be fixed, but as I often ask teams, as I often ask individuals, and I often ask systems, how good are you now compared to how good you can be? And if there's any gap between what we're currently doing and what you know could happen, this sprint process, deliberately and intentionally embedded and used over time, is the best approach I know to systematically head towards the heights of what we can be in our teaching profession. Have a great day. Enjoy the discussion. Enjoy moving from theory to planning, from planning to action, from action to review. And actually, by the end of this term, you can think about looking back and saying, you know what? It's been a flat out term. We got the teaching done. We responded to the urgent things that come up. But you know what? In my craft, I deliberately enhanced and improved this piece of my teaching. And I'm going to take that forward from now into the rest of my career. Have a great day. Take shared responsibility for the conversations. And I can't wait to hear about both the impact on your practice and the impact for our students of this collective work that you're engaged in.